Yang Zheng was born in China's mountainous Fujian province. Growing up, he had a passion for science. But most of his childhood was spent working. Everything changed when his mother, who was his protector, died. You see, China heavily taxed families with more than one child, and Yang Zheng was the second born. Yang's father decided to avoid that tax by paying criminals to smuggle his son out of China and into the United States. These criminals were called snakeheads, and they had a plan. Once Yang was in the United States, they would make him work for them. They put Yang on a plane with a green card, which allows a person to work and live in America. But this green card had been stolen, and immigration officials apprehended Yang at the Newark, New Jersey airport. He was immediately sent to a juvenile detention facility in Pennsylvania. All this happened in 2004 when Yang was just 14 years old. While in the detention center, he studied English. Then he was transferred to a shelter in Chicago where he met a woman named Maria Wolchin. Maria had recently founded an organization called the Immigrant Child Advocacy Program. Maria and Yang remember it took a while for them to feel at ease with each other. Looking back, Yang says, over time, I realized who Maria was and why she was there. You can just tell when someone has a heart to help you. Help she did. Maria secured Yang's release from detention, and he was allowed to live with an uncle in the Ohio town of Akron. There he made friends and had excellent grades and hopes of going to college. But like a bad dream, the snakeheads appeared again, demanding money and threatening Yang's new Ohio family. Despite the threats, Yang reported monthly to Immigration Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE. When ICE accused him of missing a check-in date, which he hadn't, he was taken to O'Hare International Airport in Chicago to be put on a flight back to China. Frightened that snakeheads would be waiting for him, Yang broke free and bashed his head into a wall, losing consciousness. Yang was then sent to a detention facility in Texas. Maria Wolchin reached out to attorney John Sullivan of the Houston law firm of Fulbright and Jarofsky to defend the boy against deportation. I told John, this is not an easy case, Wolchin remembers. It is the very thing I want to be doing, Sullivan told her. ICE wasn't done with Yang. The plan was to sedate him and again try to put him on a flight to China. Sullivan told ICE that Yang could be murdered if he was returned to China. I don't think you understand, Mr. Sullivan, an ICE official replied. My only job is to get him out of this country as quickly as I can. Right then, I knew the war was on, Sullivan remembers. Sullivan and associate Hannah Sobieski filed emergency motions to halt Yang's deportation. While a court of appeals heard his asylum case, he immediately turned yet again to wanting to learn. The first thing Yang wanted to know was if he could get more science books to read, said Sobieski. He wanted us to get in touch with his teachers in Ohio to give him more schoolwork. They sent him boxes of work. He wanted to learn, and they wanted to teach him. As Wolchin had done, Sullivan and Sobieski built a strong bond with Yang. Knowing people like Maria gave me hope, whether things turned out good or bad, Yang remembers. You know people aren't always just out to get you. Sobieski added, Maria was able to say, here's the rest of your team. They're going to be reliable. They're going to put your interests first. Still, the government said Yang did not qualify for asylum because he'd been threatened by the criminal snakeheads, not the Chinese government. Sullivan realized Young, having been abandoned by his family, had a strong case to receive special immigrant juvenile status. A federal court agreed, ruling that although Young Zheng was approaching his 18th birthday, the public has an interest in ensuring that the laws designed to protect children are applied in cases such as Zheng's. Without that ruling, Young Zheng at 18 could have been sent to an adult prison. More good news, Young received his own legitimate green card, and Sullivan's family invited Young to join them while he finished high school. John Sullivan's oldest daughter wrote that on the first day of high school, Young was eagerly pacing the floor downstairs, waiting to enter this new stage of his life. He refused to be limited by fear. I thought I would be the one teaching Young a thing or two, but he has taught me so much more. Young was voted Best Young Man by his Texas high school classmates. He went on to earn a master's degree in biotechnology at Texas A&M University. And finally, he became a U.S. citizen. We gave him an opportunity, and look what he's done with it, Zabiskie said. And it's not just about the achievements, but the person he is, the people he's touched and affected. Young Zheng has added the last name Sullivan as a member of John Sullivan's family. Today, he is a successful senior clinical research associate in North Carolina. And as you may have guessed, the Immigrant Child Advocacy Program was renamed, becoming the Young Center for Immigrant Children's Rights. The center is named for one of the first children we served, young Zheng Sullivan, says Maria Wolchin. Young has served on the Young Center's Houston Advisory Board since 2017. Sometimes young Zheng Sullivan can hardly believe the path his life has taken. Looking back, I always think, was that really me? Did that really happen? Because right now I'm living the American dream. I know I had a story, so do a lot of other immigrant children. Unfortunately, many are not able to tell their stories. They are seen as part of a larger statistic. It's the Young Center that makes it possible for them to tell their stories. And the Snakeheads, now a dark memory, young Zheng Sullivan's story, too.